Way in the Hall of Fame. And despite often going small, the Warriors are the best shot-blocking team in the league without a dominant center inside.
Yeah, Kevin, that means it's about their overall length, especially on the perimeter. This is not just blocking shots in the paint. They're snuffing out long-range opportunities as well.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Kelly Oubre. Booker out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Ayton. And it's Saric in at the 4. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, wow, Kev, how about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Cauley Stein, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the 3. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
Ayton, the pass to Booker. Over Thompson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
The Suns have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Rubio, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and losing. 3 trips to the Western Conference Finals, and if not for a few bad bounces and untimely suspensions, who knows what we'd be talking about.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Russell dishes to Cauley Stein. Outside Curry. Shoots over Rubio. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Thompson. Curry's got his first points of the game.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Cauley Stein. Jerebko comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Russell. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Now, Steve Kerr has talked about the emotional and spiritual fatigue that can set in for a Warriors team that has now played in 4 straight finals. And remember, Steve Kerr knows a thing or two about this from his years with the Chicago Bulls. They simply have to fight through it.
So for the Suns, Bender, he's checked in for Saric, and it's Bridges in for Devin Booker. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Inside. Here's Bender. And that one, good. Well, Coach Steve Kerr looks to give his players breaks. Doris getting away from the game, what he calls filling their cup.
Well, I think, Kevin, it's mentally taxing, battling 10 months a year over and over again. And Steve is emphasizing it's important to have time away from basketball to recharge a bit.
Livingston, that's good.
Well, whenever Sean Livingston drains a 3, that is big time because it's not the primary weapon in his arsenal.
Bender with the bucket. 54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Curry. Passes it to Looney. Rebound by the Suns.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Here's Rubio. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Livingston. 17-foot shot on the way. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Suns trail by 3. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Bender with it. He's against Urebko. Bender, no good. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Steph Curry talks about what makes Coach Steve Kerr.
He genuinely cares about, what's...
That's a good way of putting it, isn't it? At the end of the day, life is bigger than basketball.
And Steve Kerr shows that. I mean, he cares about his players, his staff. Beyond that, he cares about the country and the world around him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Well, the assist total is skyrocketing at this point, actively looking to set up their teammates. I'll tell you, love the way they're playing.
Looney out there with Urebko, and there's Klay Thompson, and there's Livingston, and it's Burks in at the 2 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Booker against Russell. To the paint. Looney kicks to Russell. Over Booker, and it's Russell missing. Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. And Phoenix also making a switch. Johnson, he's checked in for Oubre. Livingston finds Burks. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And again, no good by Golden State. And it's Phoenix's ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And the Suns call time here.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having 2 young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
Curry's checked in, and for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Sharge comes in for Johnson, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Bender, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside for Curry. Out of bounds. It will go to the Suns. And here are the Suns now. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That'll be his second foul of the game. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And guys, Devin Booker getting great praise from some big-time players. Kyrie Irving says he raises his game to another level against high-level teams. Now he needs consistency, gentlemen.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Of course, Booker put 70 on the Celtics one evening. That obviously made quite an impression.
Well, I remember Jaylen Brown saying he doesn't have a conscience. He can shoot it with no remorse. He has a green light, and that's what makes it tough. Sounds like he had to guard him that night.
Curry's shot is good.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Booker against Russell to the inside and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Curry with the three. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you, there are few shooters who can keep their composure against that kind of defense. But how about Steph Curry? That's a tough shot.
They double him with Russell. Johnson, a wide open look. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Livingston, covered by Sharch.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
Let's see what they do here, Greg, right? Because you know they want to get a couple of possessions out of the time left.
Johnson kicks to Bender. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That's an example of the speed of Draymond Green. Leaks out in transition and makes the defense pay.
Russell against Booker. Unloads. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Here's Curry. And too long on the shot.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors ahead, up 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And that should...
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
Second half underway. Here's who Igor Kokoshkov's got on the floor. They've got Saric. Ricky Rubio is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5, down low.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
We now have rules, Doris, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Ayton's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Thompson with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Booker with no one around, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Kev, how about the lightning quick release? It makes Booker really hard to contest and catch and shoot.
Curry against Rubio. Curry deciding where to go with it. And the Warriors get it back. Here's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. For 3, Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Hey, guys, you know you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Looney's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Jerebko comes in for Draymond Green. And Alec Burks subbed in for Russell. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Hagen Bender comes in for Oubre. ABC's checked in for Booker. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Six to shoot. Here's Šarić. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He gets it in there. And the Suns lead by 2.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Curry passes to Thompson. Launches it. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. 15 points for Steph Curry.
Well, Curry's favorite shot and the one most fans pay money to see. Go ahead from deep, Steph.
Thompson against Johnson. Here's Bender. Drops in the layup for 2. Bender's got 8 points. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Curry with it. He's got 15. Fires for 3. It's good from long range. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Talk about stretching out a defense. He's been unstoppable tonight.
I'll tell you, he's nailed everything in sight, and how efficient he has been from outside the arc.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors lead by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Klay Thompson is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Russell. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Bender. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Green slams it in.
And really liking the effort we see here tonight. Neither team giving much ground.
And I think, Greg, you've got to love how much effort has been exerted by both teams. What a tight ball game we've got.
Timeout call, the Suns. Klay Thompson, the 11th pick in the 2011 draft. If you were to do a redraft, you'd have to think he'd go in the top 3.
Well, certainly at least top 3. Kawhi Leonard and Kyrie Irving were both in that draft as well. Listen, what people knew was that Klay Thompson could shoot. Even Klay said he thought he'd be a 3-and-D player in the NBA and perhaps nothing more. You have to think about the athleticism and the work habits that have made him a more well-rounded player. But boy, Klay, big time player.
And Phoenix making a change here. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Oubre comes in for Saric. Booker, he's checked in for ABC. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Tyler Johnson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Igor Kokoskov address the team. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
All right, David, thanks. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
Phoenix with the ball. Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Russell's running on up the court. Oubre with the steal. Rubio with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Oubre can't get it to go.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Thompson in the corner. Russell trying to free himself up. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Russell.
Well, Thompson's frame may be lean, but make no mistake, he's got great strength, and he powers through the shot.
The pass to Bender. Over Green. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Bender.
And when the momentum of the game is up for grabs, Bender seizes the opportunity. Just spectacular at finding ways to score in these situations.
Curry against Rubio. And Curry, here we go. Out to Russell. Pass to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Russell no luck. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. It's a 1-point game to take the lead. Bender, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Rubio against Curry. Inside, puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker the pass to Ayton. Over Cauley-Stein. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton. A 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
And so Both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 1. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
And Phoenix has possession. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Booker against Thompson. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, and this is really what you love about Devin Booker. He gets to the free throw line at a high rate and hits a high percentage.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On its way from Curry for 2. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
Poked loose. Here's Ayton. Count!
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
So the Suns win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, David Aldridge.
2K Sports pregame show.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Thank you for tuning into this and with pregame.
Thanks very much.
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, DA. Thanks. And kind of rare, a battle of the pivot men tonight, Clark. What are some of the traditional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.